Alright, so go over another week of sales and a little update on my negative feedback situation, which I'll get to at the end. I'll get to it just like last week. So we're gonna start off with a couple paint sprayers. Wagner Flexio 2500, $22.99 on this one. And then there's another one that was another 2500 for $25.99. And then we got this auxiliary police response and service. No city, but it's Michigan, I'm pretty sure. $6.99 on that. This MedTrans Medical Services. It's in LA for $6.99. This Orlando Fire. As you can see, it's damaged. $3.99 on that. Another Flexio 2500. This Prospect Park, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, Station 8, $5.99. And we'll see about this one. The buyer sent me a message just in time, luckily, that he needed to change the address on this, because if it would have been he would have sent that message 10 minutes later, it would have been too late. It would have been dropped in the mailbox and on its way. So we'll see about that one. Next is Jurassic Park cosmetic palette for $30. Next is Universal natural gas conversion kit from propane to natural gas. $30 on that. Came from one of the Home Depot pallets. Next, Brunswick, Ohio Police, $4.99. Pike Township Fire, $4.99. Hazard, Kentucky Fire, $5.99. This Nike Air Jordan Golf hat. This sold out an offer for $26.99. Next, Plains Township Police in Pennsylvania, $3.99. Finally sold one of my Toro 60 volts. Sold one of the trimmers, except for I sold this out an offer, and it's not.
Sale parties now going through garbages behind the Amherst buffet.
Not that great. As I knew these trimmers wouldn't be that great to begin with. So after this, the guy originally sent me a message asking if it came with a charger, because the brand new open box didn't answer that question. And then he asked me what was the lowest price I'd take, and I told him, what it's listed at is what I have to sell, is my bottom dollar, pretty much. But I also noticed it had an offer, it had a send offer eligible for this. Figuring it was for him, I decided to give it, a day to see if he would actually buy it at the full price, or if I was going to have to send the offer out for him to buy it. So, which it did, a 5% off offer, so it was like $130 something, $132 or something like that. So, of course, it's going to California, so shipping on it's going to be about $28. And I did the math after fees, what shipping's going to be. I'll make about $86, which, as long as you don't take out the cost of goods, which was, when I did the math on them, it was about $93 a piece. So, not great. But since that's not how math is normally done, so we can let it slide of selling it at that price. And I think that even with the 140, I was only gonna make like $2 or $3 or something crazy, ridiculously low. So not having much luck selling these Toros, because I have them priced kind of up, up there, because I need at least $100 on them alone, just to even break even. And that's just with the cost of goods. It's not including shipping, which I'm, guessing on a lot of these is going to be $30. So after fees, pretty much 140 is break even. So these are cross-listed locally for Facebook, so we'll see if I can pawn a couple of them off that way. But this Toro buy might have been a mistake. We'll let the season ride out to see if it's going to be a mistake or not. All right, next is this Massachusetts EMT Hat patch, $5.99.
439.
Uh,
416-439.
Oklahoma City Fire, $3.99. And then the last thing was this Kentucky State Fire Marshal for $7.99. And this was actually a brand new patch because I did pick up a patch lot. It's been quite a while since I have, but I did pick up one. And got $7.99 for it. Alright, so as you can see, I still have not 100% positive feedback. So, the buyer did return the sprayer. It came in, I think, Friday. And it did work. It did, in fact, work, which I figured it did. It was going to. And the actual paint cup itself was more used than how I sent it out. So, I sent a message on eBay, or to eBay, the eBay for Business on Facebook about it. And pretty much the rep was not very helpful. It didn't help either. They first stated that they don't have the ability to change negative feedback. It has to go through the feedback removal request on eBay, which is absolute nonsense. And with that, she told me to start that process if I haven't already. But then I have the open claim, obviously, with the return. So pretty much just told me that I can deduct up to 50% off because I'm top rated and have the 30-day returns, which, as you can see, I turned off. That I could deduct up to 50% for the fact that it was used more than how I had sent it, even though I said that's not my biggest issue. My biggest issue is they misused the return, and I'm going to be stuck paying this return shipping. So they tell me, report the buyer, and then you might get a credit for it. I looked, the credit's like $6, and it could take up to 2 months. That's useless. That does me no good. Because I can guarantee you the return shipping on that, since I went priority, is going to be way more than $6. Now, I did not return the original shipping because they misused the return. So that also will help cover whatever cost it is. I have to look to see if it's even on my account yet, the cost of the return label. But luckily, I can still sell it. Because it was already fairly used to begin with. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect the sale price. It's just that I still have this negative feedback that I'm looking at. Oh, and they said with the report that like within 24 hours the negative should disappear, should be removed. It obviously hasn't been removed. It's still here, and that was Saturday night when I talked to a rep. So I might shoot him a message again just to say that or to start with, that because I had the open case, that the feedback team said they can't remove it because it's an open case. And now you obviously use that chance. You can't ask them again to remove it. You have to talk to eBay for Facebook, who's telling me, or eBay for Business, who's telling me they don't have the ability to remove the feedback. So now I'm stuck with it, which is absolute bullshit. That I have it in the first place when it was a false return. So, absolute nonsense. So, I mean, for the most part, eBay's been good, but on this particular situation, it's pissing me off because it's once again the customer is getting the benefit of the doubt, whereas the seller gets nothing. So, I'll show you real quick on the other account. I only sold one thing over the weekend, this little blank K9 unit for $4.99. So, it's nothing. So, well, that's nice. It's got 5 watchers. It took just now for someone to actually buy one. So, that's, now I have to live with looking at that negative for the next year, apparently. So, and the neutral that's on this one last and new is still here, too, which is ridiculous as well. So, eBay being not helpful as per usual. So, alright, that's it for this week. We'll see you guys next week.